I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him.
Hello everyone, welcome to Top Video Gems. I'm Jay, and today we're going to continue the Halloween series review, where I'm going to review every entry in the long-running Halloween series, going from the 1978 original Halloween, and going all the way up into the 13th entry, Halloween Ends, which is out October 14th. Just 1 year after Halloween hit cinemas, Halloween 5 was released to the masses, controversially scrapping the amazing stinger ending of Jamie continuing Michael's legacy. Now it's just being relegated to just an attack on Jamie's foster mother. Jamie, who is now mute and rattled with trauma, is a patient at an institution, now shares a psychic connection to a very much alive Michael Myers. Donald Pleasance returns as Sam Loomis, an aide to Jamie, but their growing obsession with Michael taking a toll, as well as Ellie Cornell, who returns as Rachel. Oh yeah, there's also a mysterious man in black. Michael lives, and this time, they're ready. Halloween 5 was released on October 13th, 1989, directed by Dominique, excuse me for mispronouncing, Othenin-Girard. Halloween 4 brought the series back on track, so much so that the studio greenlit another sequel just a year later. Halloween 5 did open at number 4 at the box office, making $11.6 million total on a $5.5 budget. The problem the series seemed to be having was the amount of money the producers seemed to be forking up, increasing each time a new movie came out, only to get slightly less box office returns. Halloween 5 still has its fans though, as it officially recognized the thorn that randomly appeared on Michael Myers' wrist, setting up that B storyline for the A storyline in Halloween 6. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Halloween 5 is a mixed bag for me. It carried over the DNA of Halloween 4, which was a great movie for me, but made some story choices that left me scratching my head. Let's just jump into the early part of the film. Our final girl Rachel is given less screen time, and it is evident, as well as written in a way where she's perfectly set up for Michael to stalk and kill her. A heroine that refused to get killed in Halloween 4 is now prancing around the house, ignoring all the warning signs of danger from her dog. The change in character personality was always jarring. I mean, it could have been worse. The original idea for Michael was to shove a pair of scissors down Rachel's throat. Luckily, the actress had enough say in what happens to her character. She asked for a less gruesome death, and that's what she got. Unfortunately, this is a huge negative for the film for me, personally, as from here, we're left with Crazed Loomis, Silent Jamie, and these fools. Speaking of Miss Tina, this character alone did not ruin the movie for me, like most. That goes to half the cast. Who seemed to think they were on the set of some SNL Halloween special. Tina was actually a fun change of pace. I just think that having Rachel with her for a bit more scenes would have balanced out the chaotic nature of her character, Tina. Michael's mask. Yeah, we gotta talk about it. It seems to have gotten worse, or someone in the art department felt like this really looked like this. Again, it's a little jarring, as this is a direct sequel, but it also feels like it came out years later, with so many changes happening to Michael himself. Personality, looks. I mean, they even retconned the ending of part 4, making it a huge explosion that he somehow got out of and floated into the river to some random guy who took care of him for a whole year. Doesn't really make much sense. The kills were a standout in this one though, with some of my favorite shots of Michael coming from this movie alone. It's just a shame that everything else just seems so out of place. The third act is also a mixed bag. You have a grueling chase scene with poor Jamie, an emotional Michael, what looks like the death of Sam Loomis, don't worry kids, he'll be back for another round, and a mafia jailbreak orchestrated by this mysterious person in black. I don't know why, but I always thought that, as a kid, Laurie Strode was the person under the man in black. It would have been a bit more ballsy, that's for sure. By the end credits, you're left scratching your head as Michael has disappeared along with the man in black. Like Halloween 4, this movie underwent many script changes, and in the end, the film is riddled by plot holes, contrived scenarios, so Halloween 5 gets a 2.5 out of 5 for me, because this still has a lot of 80s charm. I'd say it's the most 80s out of all of them. Next, I'll be paying Paul Stephen Rudd, and Donald Pleasance a visit, reviewing Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, where Michael continues his path of evil, but Michael isn't the one pulling the strings? hold the phone. We'll definitely have a lot to discuss. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like if you can, subscribe, hit the bell. You don't have to do all three. You can literally just hit a like, subscribe, and bounce. But it does help me out a lot. So thanks for stopping by Top Video Gems. I'm Jay, and have a happy Halloween, guys.